Hello viewers, welcome to Siri English Academy. After a long gap, I am uploading the videos of Julius Caesar's drama. I am explaining each and every line word by word, which helps you all to perform well in the examination. All the keywords will be repeated for you to learn quickly. Please note down the keywords. Why delay? Let's get started. In the last video, we have seen that Julius Caesar was assassinated by all the conspirators. Brutus was the last one to stab Julius Caesar, and Caesar was shocked so much to see his own close friend stabbing him, and with the words, "Et tu, Brute," he will fall down. He does not want to live. He gives up the hope and desire of living because his close friend has stabbed him. He says these words and he will fall down in front of the statue of Pompey. I think there I have stopped it. Now further I am continuing. This time with a difference, of course, you will be having the text also. You need not have a textbook in your hand. All the lines are here. The keywords also will get repeated. So after Caesar dies, we are continuing further. Cinna, liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead. Run hence, proclaim, cry it about the streets. Cinna, one of the conspirator, he is telling liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead. That means they are enjoying the death of Caesar as if they have got the liberty, they have got the freedom, and they are telling Caesar as a tyrant. Tyranny is dead, Cinna is telling. Cassius says, some to the common pulpit and cry out liberty, freedom, enfranchisement. So Cassius also tells the same thing, liberty, freedom, and enfranchisement. So here enfranchisement refers to restoration of rights. He says that Romans have lost all the rights, but by killing Caesar, their rights are being restored once again. All the Romans have got the freedom, all the Romans have got the liberty. So let us go to the common pulpits. Common pulpits here refers to the stages or platforms which were built in Rome, uh, uh, built in the city of Rome. So Cassius says that let us go to the town, let us go to the marketplace, stand there near the platforms, stand on the stage. We have to explain it to the people and justify the killing of Caesar. That's what he means. Brutus. People and senators, be not affrighted, fly not, stand stiff. Ambition's debt is paid. So here the keyword, you can take it as ambition's debt is paid. Brutus is telling the people, senators, don't be afraid. Don't go away. Fly not means don't go away. Stand here only. Ambition's debt is paid means Caesar was very ambitious. He was very greedy for power. That is the reason why we have killed him. He had paid the debt of his ambition, which means even Brutus believed the words of Cassius that Julius Caesar was ambitious and he just wanted power, he wanted to become a dictator, which was not at all true. Casca, go to the pulpit, Brutus. Decius, Brutus. And Cassius too. Where is Publius? Now, Casca says, let us go to the pulpit, Brutus. Decius Brutus says, yes, yes, even Cassius also should go and stand on the stage to address all the people, like that even he is telling. So, Casca, Brutus, here, Brutus and Cassius, they are going to address all the citizens of Rome. Brutus, where is Publius? Cinna, here quite confounded with this mutiny. Now suddenly Brutus remembered Publius. Where is he? Where is Publius? Cinna is telling, quite confounded with this mutiny. He is stunned with this sudden mutiny. Metellus Simba, stand fast together, lest some friend of Caesar's should chance. Even now also, Metellus Cimber is very much afraid. He is of the opinion, let us stand together. Some friend of Caesar might come and attack us. See, they have their guilt. So, any friend of Caesar, they might come and attack them, like that Metellus Cimber is thinking. Brutus says, talk not of standing, Publius. Good cheer, there is no harm intended to your person, nor to no Roman else. So tell them, Publius. But Brutus is very confident, He is telling, no, no, don't be afraid of standing here, Publius. Don't have fear at all. Have good cheer. Be happy. There is no harm intended to you or any one of the Roman else. Like that, Brutus is very confident, and he is telling like that, Cassius. But Cassius is always cunning. And leave as Publius, lest that the people rushing on us should do your age some mischief. But Cassius advises him, no, no, you have to leave Publius now. Maybe some people in Rome, they want to harm you. So better for you to leave this place and go now. Like that he advised. Brutus, do so, and let no man abide this deed, but we the doers. Now Brutus also has the same opinion later, listening to the words of Cassius. He says, okay then, leave Publius. Whatever the consequence we have to face, we will face the consequences. Let it not affect any other person. At that time, when all of them were talking like this, re-entered Trebonius. Trebonius enters now. Cassius, where is Antony? If you all remember well, it is Trebonius who took Antony out of the place, because all those conspirators, they already have planned like that Antony should not be there when the assassination of Caesar takes place. So Trebonius had taken Antony out of the stage. Now Trebonius is telling, fled to his house, amazed. Men, wives, and children stared, cry out and run as it were doomsday. Trebonius is explaining the situation of Rome, how disastrous the Rome looks now. There is total confusion, there is total chaos in the city of Rome. The people, the men, children, wives, they are so scared. All are running helter skelter. They are crying as if it were doomsday. As it were doomsday. What is doomsday? Doomsday is the final judgment, or the day when the whole world's come to an end. The last day of the world, or the final day of the world. After that, the world ceases to exist. That's called doomsday according to religious scriptures. Here, Trebonius is explaining the killing of Caesar has changed the total scenario of Rome, and they are thinking it is like doomsday, as if the whole world would end today only. Brutus, fates, we will know your pleasures, that we shall die. We know it's but the time and drawing days out that men stand upon. Now Brutus says, Destiny, we know your pleasures. One day we are going to die, but it is the matter of time. Days are drawing out, and on the fate of destiny we are standing upon. Cassius, why he that cuts off 20 years of life cuts off so many years of fearing death? So here you have to underline the word cuts off 20 years of life, cuts off so many years of fearing death. Based on these lines also questions may appear. Cassius is reminding Brutus, one who cuts off 20 years of life. Suppose a person dies 20 years early. He is saving the fear of death for that many years, because every day, every minute, a person will be fearing his death. Humans will be fearing their death. If they die early of 20 years early, for example, that much of tension won't be there for them, that much of fear will not be there for them. So death, in a way, it is blessing only. They will not have any fear of death. Brutus, grant that, and then is death a benefit? So are we Caesar's friends that have abridged his time of fearing death. Brutus says, oh, then what do you mean by then, Cassius? All of us, Caesar's friends, have killed him. Now, that means we have saved him from the fear of death. That means Brutus thinks that killing of Caesar is good for Caesar. They have saved him from the fear of death that many years. Stoop, Romans, stoop, and let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood, up to the elbows, and besmear our swords. Then walk we forth even to the marketplace, and waving our red weapons over our heads, let us all cry peace, freedom, and liberty. See, these lines will indicate the violent death of Caesar. Such a brutal murder, cold-blooded murder of Caesar. Above that, Brutus is telling, come Romans, come Romans, come. Let us wash our hands in the blood of Caesar up to the elbows, and let us smear the swords with the blood of Caesar, and walk in the marketplace waving our red weapons over our heads. And let us cry peace, freedom, and liberty. See how Brutus has changed listening to the words of Cassius. The total scene is filled with blood. Cassius, stoop then and wash. How many ages hence shall this our lofty scene be acted over in states unborn and accents yet unknown? Cassius is telling, come Romans, come, let us wash our hands. How many ages means for how many years, innumerable number of years, this particular scene will be acted on all the stages in the world, even in the countries, the languages of which are unknown to the world. So here the prophecy of William Shakespeare has become true only. This scene is popularly known as assassination scene. It is totally the most popular scene in Julius Caesar, and it will be acted on the stages from so many years till today. It is the most famous scene as the prophecy given by Cassius through the words of Shakespeare. Brutus. How many times shall Caesar bleed in sport, that now on Pompey's basis lies along, no worthier than the dust. Now Brutus, he looks at the dead body of Caesar and he says, how many times Caesar might have shed his blood in the battlefield, but now he is lying down at the statue of Pompey like dust. He is comparing the body of Caesar, who was known for his glory once upon a time, for the fame in the world, is lying down like dust. Cassius, so oft as that shall be, as that shall be, so often shall the knot of us be called the men that gave their country liberty. Here Cassius is boasting himself. If Caesar, who is known for shedding the blood in the battlefield, is lying here as the dust, we all, or very often, will be called or will be remembered as the people who gave liberty to Rome. Decius Brutus. What shall be fourth? No. One is Decius Brutus, another one is Marcus Brutus. Here, one of the conspirator, Decius Brutus, not the main character, Brutus. So Decius Brutus says, what shall be fourth? What should we do then? Every man away, Brutus shall lead, and we will grace his heels with the most boldest and best hearts of Rome. Now Cassius is telling, every man away. Now Brutus will be leading us, and we all will go along with Brutus. When they all decided to go into the marketplace, into the city of Rome, crying out liberty, freedom, enfranchisement, etc. Now, by that time, enter a servant. So Cassius is telling everybody, now Brutus is the leader, we all will follow him, we'll go to the marketplace and address the gatherings. At that time, a servant has entered. Brutus, soft, who comes here? A friend of Antony's. Brutus is telling, hey, be quiet. Somebody is coming here. Yes, it is a friend of Antony. Now the servant of Antony has entered. Thus Brutus, did my master bid me kneel. Thus did Mark Antony bid me fall down, and being prostrate, thus he bade me say, Brutus is noble, wise, valiant, and honest. Caesar was mighty, bold, royal, and loving. Brutus, Mark Antony, has sent the message through a servant to Brutus. And that servant has brought the message which he is telling it to Brutus. My master Mark Antony has told me to fall down in front of you, that is, in you here refers to Brutus, prostrate you, that means salute you, and bid you, and he has told me that to convey this message to you. Brutus is noble, wise, valiant, and honest. So, servant is giving the message. Brutus is a noble person. He is very intelligent. He is courageous and he is honest. At the same time, Caesar was very powerful, bold, royal, and loving. So this shows the good nature of Mark Antony. No doubt he is praising Brutus, but at the same time he is not degrading Caesar who is dead. Say, I love Brutus, I honor him. Say, I feared Caesar, honored him, and loved him. Very in a pleasing manner, he has conveyed the message. He says, I love Brutus, I honor him. At the same time, I feared Caesar, I honored him also and loved him. If Brutus will vouchsafe that Antony may safely come to him and be resolved how Caesar hath deserved to lie in death, Mark Antony shall not love Caesar dead so well as Brutus living, but will follow the fortune and affairs of noble Brutus through the hazards of this untrod state. With all true faith, so says my master Antony. So the total meaning is Antony has sent word through a servant that if Brutus promises that Antony will not be harmed, Antony will not be touched, and if he promises safety to Antony, he is ready to come to Brutus to know the reason for the death of Caesar. No doubt he has lot of love for Brutus and he feels that Brutus is a noble person. At the same time, he wants to know the reasons for the death of Caesar and the hazards of this untrod state. Now he is ready to take the side of noble Brutus because the untrod state, there is a kind of situation which is totally confusing and which is dangerous to the city of Rome. And Brutus can save that. That's why he wants to take the side of Brutus. So says my master Antony. So this is the message brought by Antony. Suppose he brings the message that you, Brutus, you are so cunning, you are like a villain, you have killed Caesar. That is what my master Antony says. Immediately they will go chase Antony and they would have killed him. Antony is very wise and intelligent. He is taking the side of Brutus now, though he had lot of love for Caesar. This is not the time for him to express his love for Caesar. He just wants to be on the side of Brutus so that he can avenge the death of Caesar later. That's why he is praising Brutus. He is praising Brutus in such a way that he is ready to take the side of Brutus. Only thing is he had to promise him that Antony will be kept safe and he is not Brutus and the others will not take any revenge on Antony and they will not harm him at all. Then Brutus says, thy master is a wise and valiant Roman. So Brutus is telling him, your master is very intelligent. He is very brave. I never thought him worse. Not even a day I have thought bad of him. I expect such a behavior only from him. Tell him, so please him, come unto this place. He shall be satisfied, and by my honor depart untouched. So tell your master to come and meet me. I will explain why Julius Caesar was killed and tell him he will be untouched. That means he will not be harmed at all. Servant, I will fetch him presently. All right, sir, I will bring him. Exit. So, the servant will exit. Servant will go away. Till here, I have done. I will be continuing later. Please subscribe the channel and encourage me to upload more and more videos.